Welcome back to Red Panda of Destiny. We are still on our quest to collect every vehicle in the known universe. In all your vehicles belong to us. And we're stuck. This truck is too long for this path. I'm an idiot for going down here. Holy shit. That's not sketchy. So we are trying to get our first off-road truck today. Unfortunately, I had some trouble getting to it last time, so we're going to do the long way round, which is go to that factory, pick up some metal beams, bring it to the bridge, and then drive across the bridge. Second bit's pretty easy. And we should be approaching that watchtower, and then we can see what the hell we're doing. And we might get to have a go in our new Hummer that we collected last week. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, how do we get over there? Ah, there's a mountain in the way. That's not good. Okay, let's see. If we go back... Okay, there's a path there. Crossing shouldn't be a problem for this truck. And then we just follow the road around, it looks like. Cool. You know... It says wide load, but that's not really the issue with this truck, is it? The issue is that it's so damn long, and it doesn't swivel. It's like if you, like, bolted the trailer of a semi so that it couldn't turn. That would be the sort of situation that you'd have with this truck. Oh, and then move the drive wheels to the very, very back. I'll try and collect some of these objectives. Well, I hope you enjoyed previous 2 weeks of what was, or what is usually this show, because had a little Pong break. Did the role play, which I haven't actually recorded yet, I must admit. But hopefully that went well. Come on. I figured we'd start taking a break from the All Your Vehicles show whenever the review shows kind of moved along a year in the 70s. And I have been considering starting my, well, this doesn't really have a name yet, but series based on trying to visit every state in a game somehow. Still working on the formatting. Crap. Okay, I gotta go for that tree. Is that the tree? That does seem to be the tree, yes. Kill the trees! Okay, let's do a weird thing. I think that tree can hold it. Okay, maybe we can... Yes, this might work. Here we go. We're moving. But yeah, I'm still working on formatting. And more importantly, what games are allowed is the tricky thing. So I'm hesitant to do things like Grand Theft Auto because those are fictionalized versions of states, even though they are in very obvious representatives of states. I mean, nobody's under any doubt that GTA 5 is set in California-ish, even if it is not explicitly called California. Then you got the Red Dead games, which are even more confusing because they vaguely slid like real states, but also don't. So I think we're definitely ruling those out. Then the question is about stuff like Fallout. Because yes, Fallout shares the same names with our world, but it is not our world. Fallout is in like an insane universe. I mean, it's even more ridiculous than GTA 5. Just, you know, it's not funny how ridiculous it is. It's actually kind of scary. I'm possibly looking into Infamous, what is it, Second Son? Because that's set in Seattle. But I never played that game. I don't really have any interest to, so I don't know. I'm thinking about looking into the American Truck Simulator game. Because they've done quite a few states. I think we talked about it last episode of this. So that's a maybe. And there were rumors that they're eventually going to do the whole country and possibly add some Mexico and Canada in there as well. So that would probably have me covered for everything except Alaska and Hawaii, but Alaska covered, no problem. Hawaii, I'm not completely happy with it, but we could always do Test Drive Unlimited 1 or 2. Those are both set in Hawaii. At least partially in TDO2's in case. I think at some point you can go back to the old map. And I remember those games being okay. Except for the voice acting. In 2. Particularly. You have to do a 3-point turn everywhere in this vehicle. Look at that. And then I'm also questioning what the actual format of it would be. I'm thinking I might kind of do a 100% each map type of deal. But for games like this, we'd start with the file after we finish the All Your Vehicles series, or the Game of the Year series if it's something like Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is the thing I'm like super sure about. It's like we are doing Watch Dogs 1 and 2 for their respective states. Watch Dogs Legion is irrelevant for that series, but will come into its own when we need a British representative. Because it's either that or Assassin's Creed Syndicate, really. Ooh, or Midsummer Madness. I'd rather do the new Syndicate. I'm probably the only person who's actually happy that it got delayed, because it means it's not competing with Cyberpunk anymore, so I don't have to choose between the two for Game of the Year. Crap, I'm really stuck here. Okay, diff lock seems to have helped. Cool. Really thought this truck was going to be my savior, but nope. Crap. What's that? Not helpful. That's what it is. Come on, please let me connect to it. No, it's still out of range. Damn it. We just winched that tree into oblivion. Quite literally. Okay. Oh, hello. Aha! Well, I think we know we're not going to go get that truck right, that trailer over there right now. Okay. But I'm considering starting the state series as soon as we finish this game, as it can give us our first 2 states. And I realized we can actually get 2 more states from the Mud Runner series, because there was a American DLC for Mud Runner, which has a North Dakota and Montana map. So that would be pretty cool. And it's definitely cool to find a game set in North Dakota, because, yeah, that's not a common setting, is it? Unless they made like a game adaptation of Fargo, but that seems unlikely. Oh, that's close. We crashed. Luckily, we crashed slowly. Maybe they should do some research on the reel on this truck, because what is it for? Like, what practical purpose does a truck this ridiculous serve? Okay, how many of those do we need? 2 or 1? No, hang on. It's this one. Just the one, okay. Because I should see if anybody else needs some. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, where's the polar base? Oh, it's not very far. I don't really want to go back down there again, though, because that was a nightmare to get out of. That's not it. Nope. Drilling parts. Lots of drilling parts. Morrison Mining. Medium pipes. Cool. Okay, we'll just go with it. Singular. So I guess we'll go collect the Hummer, because we might need it to hit up the watchtower. So we just go all the way around the map, I think. And we'll go that way, across that. Oil tank. What's that? Oh, we can't see it on the map because it doesn't exist. We've already discovered a tunnel. That's good news. I'm still super disappointed that this doesn't have a semi-option. Because that looks like it flips up and becomes a semi, but it's not. Unless it's a feature that they haven't released yet and will be released at some point. I did hear that they are releasing some new free content for this game, along with a new Russian region. Which I guess makes sense. They did 2 American regions, so adding another Russian one would be logical. But I was kind of looking at it and I'm like, uh-oh, is it going to be a new Alaska map? Because I'm going to need to get that if I do the state thing now. Doesn't affect this show. This show will always be the on-disc content. I'm not a big fan of buying car packs for stuff. I definitely don't own every single one from Forza 3. But it just ends up being an extra expense, and it doesn't really add much to your gameplay enjoyment. So we'll try and avoid that for this series. So I suppose it is fair to consider with this game that it was not $60, I don't think. I think it's like 40 at full price. It's actually weird because it's a different price on PC than it is on the consoles. I bought it on a PS4, so I didn't have to deal with my PC's streaming bullshit. But that's only a temporary fix for that problem because the next game is Wreckfest, which I own on the PC. So, yeah. Gonna have to buy a new PC. That's right. Hopefully I can get a deal on some parts. Build me a Doom PC. Ah, okay. A choice. There is a shortcut. Do we risk the shortcut? It looks wide, so I'm thinking we go for it. Yeah, I think we'll skip that since it's in the wrong direction. Oh man, this turnaround is going to be nightmare. Okay, here we go. So that's a buried barrier. I'm sorry, who put those concrete blocks there? That's just mean. Don't you know there are people with ridiculously long trucks trying to turn around here? I can't make that. Can I? No, I just crashed. Okay. Whoops. I really wonder what I'm going to have to cave on this game and buy off-road tires for at least one truck. Probably not this one. It's too impractical. It's very cool, but it's very problematic. Because you always end up scraping. Could really do with like another set of wheels, maybe in the middle. Or if there weren't 2 wheels at the back, just... No, wait. Take away the 2 front wheels. Move the back front wheels to the middle, then you'd be in better stead. Because look at how much space there is between wheels. And you shouldn't be surprised that it bottoms out all the time. So this shortcut's pretty rough. It might actually be quicker to go a long way. I have a really bad habit of going, nope, short route. I don't care how hard it is. Short is best. Okay, let's do diff lock. I'm in low gear. No, that's the handbrake. Okay, let's do the middle. Nope, middle. I'm rolling backwards too. What's that marker too? I don't remember setting a marker. I will say this truck handles snow okay, as long as it doesn't have to go over a rise. It's got decent tires. I mean, you can see they've got a little bit of grippiness. I'm sinking! I'm sinking! I can see the road. Looks like we're gonna have gravity on our side for a second here. Just imagining how boring this game is to comment on, and it's actually gonna be more interesting than Euro Truck Simulator or American Truck Simulator. Oh, that reminds me of the other game I was looking at, which is the crew games, because they do have a map, which is technically the whole of the country. So it's tempting to go get those, but I'm really not enthused by that game. It seems like it just sells itself on that, and it sells itself on gimmicks and not on quality. It's like, oh yeah, we've got planes and boats and cars, and you can drive across the whole country, but that's like where the appeal stops. The actual gameplay is not that good. Reminds me of the old game Fuel, which I think came out maybe like 12 years ago, which was like, I think it must be the racing game with one of the biggest maps ever, though I'm sure the crew rivals it. It was huge. I think it was like the size of Connecticut or something, which isn't a big state, but that's still like a lot of land. But the driving engine was terrible. Not like game-breaking terrible, but it just wasn't fun. Tree cutter. Sorry. The worst part about Fuel, though, for me, is the fact that it was published, not developed by Codemasters, the same people who made Dirt. And I mean, I still consider Dirt 2 to be, if not the best driving engine ever, then one of the greatest. And it's just so, like, depressing that they published a terrible off-road driving game, and it's like, if they just developed it, it would have been such a cool game, like a post-apocalypse off-road driving game built with a really good engine. That would be awesome. But no, we get a post-apocalyptic racing game with a terrible driving engine. I really wish more games would go for the, here's a realistic game, but in a ridiculous setting. Like a post-apocalypse. That would be fun. It's kind of why I like Forza Horizon, though Forza Horizon still kind of plays up the arcadey gameplay. It's not as arcadey as Need for Speed, but it's an arcaded up version of Forza Motorsport. And sometimes it feels a little weird. Trouble racing games is they're great until you learn how to drive and you drive a real car fast and you're like, oh, well, this is nothing like driving a real car. Ah! But I will say a combination of Forza and the Hot Wheels Accelerators TV show taught me how apexes work and how it's quicker to go through the inside of the corner, which I can actually demonstrate right... No. Okay, these trucks are harder to do an apex in, but like that, you just cut this corner. It's the fastest way around a corner. Also teaches you that drifting is stupid and pointless if you're trying to go quickly. No matter what certain TV shows and movies might tell you, drifting is never the fastest option, except maybe on like ice. But on a dry, paved road, it is never faster to drift than to brake for a corner. Oh, crap. I like the way the ice makes things difficult sometimes. Like your truck just doesn't stop. Oh, I forgot the Hummer. Oh well, we'll just have to bring it back ourselves. We'll go find the truck with a different one. So I think there was a truck waiting here, but I don't remember which one it was. Oops. Sorry, suspension. Which truck is it? Oh, it's that one. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to go get the Hummer. The new boy is here. Oh, look, a sunroof. Still kind of sad that this is the modern truck they picked. I suppose it's not like they can put in a Raptor. This driving engine would not support a Raptor very well. It's like, and I've crashed. This truck's making weird noises. Oh, it's way better than four-wheel drive, okay. See, that's why a Raptor's a bad idea. But I do really hope that this developer goes for a less realistic setting at some point. I suppose I should give props to Forza for their DLC packs. I mean, first game it was just, here's a rally pack. Okay, cool. Second game it was like, here's some here's some Fast and Furious. Though to their credit, it was still better than the shit show of a Fast and Furious game that came out before it, which looked like it came out like in 2008, and it would have been considered a bad game in 2008. But yeah, essentially all the second DLC is here's the cars from Fast and Furious. Have fun. Like, that was all it was. It was a set of story missions, essentially. There was no new area, nothing. Man, this thing acts so weird. It's like it's got a flat tire, but it came straight out of the garage, so it must be fully repaired apart from that damage I did like a minute ago. Whoopsies. So I think our truck is in the far corner of the map, but I'm not sure, so try and find a way up to that tower. I do know that this map is a lot worse for going off the beaten path because of the snow, and this truck will not like it if I try and leave the trail. It's not until I get snow chains. Okay, Oh, no, we're going round to it. Okay, let's keep going. I was about to try and drive straight up the side of the mountain, but this might be better, actually. I miss my mud tires. My off-camera save has mud tires on my Hummer. I got a much bigger budget in that save because I don't have to worry about buying every single truck. This game we have 0 budget. It all goes towards the next truck. Oh, crap. Oh, it's just there. Do not follow SatNav. Luckily, this is not a wide vehicle. At least not by this game's standards. In real life, this is definitely a wide vehicle. Well, looks like we might just make it. Can we get a snowplow in this game? That would be really helpful. Are we moving? I mean, all I really gotta do is get through that little tiny bit in front of me. And then we're home free. Come on. Just a little bit further. All right, I think we're golden. Cool. Could have easily ended badly, but it did not. We made it to the top. Awesome. Where's our truck? There it is. So back down the pass and over there. Presumably down is much easier than up. Trying to get lined up a little bit more. Lack of low range is definitely a problem right now. Come on, you gotta be able to move. It's downhill. You moving? I think we were moving. Actually bothering to be strategic right now. So we turn right. Okay. That was a sketchy hill. But I think we're moving on to another part of Alaska after this truck. There's not so many trucks to find out here. Except maybe another one of those endless Chevy CK trucks. Those things are a dime a dozen in this game. That was bouncy. Oh. That's ominous. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Thought it was maybe not as steep as it looked, but yes, it is as steep as it looks. So we can cross there. I think we want to go for that rise there. Do not want to do this slowly. Okay, we're out of the water, that's good. This is steep. I can see a truck though. Oh, this is deep snow. Jeez. We have a new truck. It's in terrible condition. Oh yeah. Alright, let's give it its classic paint job. Nope, that's blue. It's the yellow warning colors everywhere. Don't do that. Don't do that either. Okay. Let's see if we got any upgrades available. Okay, we can have balanced gearbox. Oh, I'm allowed to buy all-terrain tires now. Didn't know that. Oh, cool. We can have a seismic vibration module. It's always free for some reason. I don't know why that's free. It's like, oh no, we wouldn't make you buy that just for that one thing you have to do. Okay, another truck with no bed. Cool. So we'll be back next week doing something. Not really sure what the next truck is, actually. But see you then.